Hello again, everyone. Bipolar's here. Another vlog today, and I wanted to talk. I'm sort of exploring bipolarity and explaining bipolarity, or at least my experience, my subjective experience of it. In these first few videos, I still look like shit. Thankfully, I'm getting a haircut this weekend. A friend of mine saved me a few quid and chopped the locks. I want to talk about one aspect that's a bit irritating about bipolar, but also what kind of the other side of it looks like to someone who is stable, and something that is key to being stable, and that's insomnia, which is something I struggle with immensely. Well, it's not just insomnia; it's terrible sleep. It's when you're up, you're not sleeping, and then when you're down, you're sleeping too much. And sleep hygiene, as I suppose it's called, is quite crucial to God, sorry, quite crucial to maintaining stability, and that's something I'm not successfully doing at the moment. Partly because I don't have a sense of routine, and I have a tendency to drink too much caffeine, smoke too many cigarettes when I'm up, and when I'm down, I just sleep all the time. But one of the reasons that sleep hygiene is particularly important to bipolar people is that too little sleep can trigger a hypomanic or manic episode. So if you wake up after 3 hours, you might find that you suddenly start to enter a manic or hypomanic phase, because your brain just kind of goes, "Oh, I'm okay. All right, then, yeah, let's go," and it puts the switch on for you to start being really energetic. Meds do obviously have an effect as well, and that's something, if you're pursuing that course, then you may find it's going to interfere with sleep. And it's something that I've lost so many jobs over because of terrible sleep hygiene, both self-inflicted and through episodes. You might find yourself really wired, and then you don't feel sleepy till about 2 hours before you need to be at work, but 2 hours is still enough to make you feel a bit tired. So it's not fun. And another aspect, it's not a cut and dry case of everybody with hypomania, with bipolar and has experienced hypomania or mania, will have a straightforward presentation of sleep, poor sleep hygiene, i.e., you could sleep for 6 hours and still become hypomanic, and in fact that's something I find, because I sleep a little bit more than the average person anyway. On a stable day I probably sleep about 8 or 9 hours, which makes me feel very refreshed. But another person might be okay on 6 or 7, the same as anyone, without the condition, or maybe something else. Generally, like, that baseline isn't a hard and fast rule, but it is a good indicator of a hypomanic or manic symptom. And as I say, with the other side, and it applies both to bipolar and unipolar depression, it's pretty straightforward. You could be sleeping 10 to 16 hours, and maybe 18 easily, and I've known people to do that. It's horrible, because you still feel tired when you get up, you don't have any energy, and you feel awful because you've slept your day away, and that just further pushes you down into this horrible cycle, and it's quite disconcerting. It's horrible, and again, like I said, I've had difficulty stabilising in jobs because of this. It adds on extra anxiety. It can be quite disturbing. Really, it's not fun. Sorry, I'm probably all over the mic. So sleep hygiene and a routine is considered something very desirable, and perhaps even somewhat essential from what I've gathered in my research, to reaching some sort of stability. So the difficulty is, you could still be in the thrall of episodes and struggling with it. You're never going to be completely free of episodes, but you might be able to reduce the severity or manage your triggers better, or lessen the severity of an episode, so that maybe you can crest the hypomania to just harness that and put it to use. Or with depression, you can hopefully give yourself some coping skills to Stephen Fry puts it so beautifully, is it's like the weather, you can't will the weather to change, so you might as well just accept it, just go get yourself an umbrella, so to speak, paraphrasing somewhat. So yeah, sleep hygiene is considerably desirable, and it's just something I don't have at the moment. I'm not really in a stable place, so I'm not one to talk. I'm just sort of conveying my experiences and what I've researched, and hopefully it's something I can reach, because I do, if I sort of sleep like 11 till 7 or 12 till 8 or even like 1 till 9 or 2 till 9, 2 till 10, something like that, when I sleep that amount I feel great, but not out of control great. I feel like a very good sense of a good mood, but I won't say organic, that sounds horrible, but it's a naturally good mood. It's a real good mood. It's something that a normal person would experience, and it's something I want to get to, but I'm just really not doing so well. And like this week, I think I've been sleeping like, I've been doing something like 12 hours up and 2 hours down. Sometimes a bit longer up and sometimes a little bit longer down, but essentially I'm kind of in this really weird cycle. So I have no routine this week, and I'm trying to work, and it's really hard to focus. I've got some work I want to do, and I'm just really struggling to focus on it. And my mind goes a million miles an hour as well while I'm in this kind of stage of hypomania. I've started like 50 million things, and I keep, I need to do this, I need to do that, and there's an edge of anxiety to it, but it's also a determination. But the problem is I'm being counterproductive, and that's another problem with hypomania, is you find yourself flitting, you can't maintain focus. That said, this is something that will probably be explored as my assessments and treatments go on. Bipolar often, but not always, presents with other conditions, otherwise known as comorbid, and that can be ADHD, it can be OCD, it can be borderline personality disorder, which actually has a lot of common symptoms with bipolar anyway. What are some of the other things it can present with? I don't think it often presents with histrionic personality disorder. I have to go back and check my research. But really, I'm hoping to extend my vlog beyond other conditions, beyond conditions beyond bipolar, and also the other types of bipolar and the other ways that it can present. And talk about unipolar depression, talk about obsessive compulsive disorder, talk about ADHD, and so on, and hopefully speak to some other people. I'd like to have maybe some guest vlogs, or some, maybe they can give me a few minutes of their time. Notable people. I'd like to talk to a few indie devs who I know have that, and if I'm very fortunate, I might try and reach out to a few celebrities, and hopefully just 2 to 5 minutes of their time to talk about their experience, and we can just say, look, we're here, there's nothing, we can't not be how we are, like who we are and what we are, but we can make it easier for everyone if we reach out, and also try and encourage money to go into the right places. As I said to a couple of people recently, like, there are some people who are just not empathetic to it, but if you want to make if you're going to try, if you want to make an appeal to sort of a very conservative type of person, you can say, okay, well, think of the man hours that are lost due to undiagnosed and untreated mental health disorders, and you'll find that treatment would cost significantly less and provide a bigger economic boost, because these people are stable and they're more productive, and they're going into areas that will generate more income for them, and more income tax and more expenditure, blah 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 blah. If that's the fact that you can't just appeal to them on a human basis is sad, but you can at least win your argument that way, reasonably, in a very reasoned fashion. So a couple of people have said they're enjoying the vlog. I'm trying to do it nearly every day, and I'm thinking of doing something on Patreon, not just for this, but for some other creative stuff as well. But this vlog will probably be a staple of any work that I do. Hopefully improve camera quality and mic quality and so on and so forth. So any questions, feel free to message me or leave comments, and I will respond. Oh god, sorry, got a bit of trap wind there. Yeah, feel free, and mine's doing the wandering thing again. Yeah, it's going. I'm having brain farts. Yeah, any questions, anything like that, feel free to let me know, and I'll try and pick a different subject tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you everyone who's left me some very kind feedback. Take care.